The production of tobacco takes 480,000 lives per year. From substances such as cigarettes and other nicotine products, tobacco has gained less than a favorable reputation in today's society. Being deemed harmful and unhealthy in all shapes and forms, the true cost of tobacco production isn't as widely known as the health concerns it raises. Malawi, Tanzania, and Zimbabwe are some of the largest producers of tobacco and are some of the most impoverished countries in the world. These developing countries are the primary source of this highly valued crop, yet they suffer the most. TobaccOats plans on combating both of these problems by extracting the extraneous amount of protein in tobacco and creating protein supplements that can be added to products such as oatmeal. The products would then be sold in grocery stores, with the majority of the profits going towards exporting our products to impoverished countries such as Malawi and Tanzania, as a means of helping combat food insecurity while helping developed countries. Our team plans on using tobacco as a steady source of food.
TobaccOats plans on extracting protein from the rich protein source tobacco leaves and turning it into a powder that could be added to oatmeal in order to make a nutrient-dense meal that could be distributed to countries with high poverty and malnutrition rates, and those that produce much of the world's tobacco, such as Malawi, Tanzania, Pakistan, and Zimbabwe. Repurposing tobacco to become a sustainable food source for the impoverished, while also giving tobacco farmers a sustainable way to sell their product, is a large step towards a smoke-free world and a larger one for mankind.
The cigarette industry is quickly dying. Even Philip Morris International, the world's largest public tobacco company, has reported a consistent drop in sales as electronic alternatives become more popular. As these tobacco sales drop, many farmers are left with more produce than demand and also face increased disparities as their income source depletes. Many sites with constant reoccurring hunger and poverty are the ones where jobs are lost, and reducing and minimizing hunger, poverty, and promoting a smoke-free world means providing farmers with long-term and sustainable sources of income. Our product gives tobacco farmers a sustainable and healthy means of selling their tobacco that is long-term and also guaranteed, while also changing the image of tobacco itself. The process of extracting protein from the tobacco leaves actually removes all harmful chemicals, such as nicotine and other harmful polyphenols, making the protein completely safe to consume. Now, tobacco is composed of around 52% protein. To put that in context, one serving of black beans, one of the world's most protein-dense vegetables, only produces around 8.9% protein, making tobacco a very cheap and easy way to gather enough nutrients and protein to go on with day-to-day life. Now, TobaccOats actually plans on using liquid nitrogen chambers to powderize the actual tobacco leaves. This is achieved through first pulping the tobacco leaves until only green residue is left. Next, we have to separate that green residue into green sludge and green liquid through large-scale centrifugation. Then, the soluble proteins found in the liquid are precipitated by adding ammonium acetate and other salts. This process will take several days until the mixture finally undergoes lyophilization in liquid nitrogen chambers to finally powderize into protein powder. This procedure is actually quite common and quite simple in terms of manufacturing and has successfully been done by various labs around the nation.
For our revenue, the majority would be used to send our product to impoverished countries. As we grow, we'd be able to send a larger amount. We'd be taking around 10% as profit and using the rest for the cost of making our product and also paying for the labor.
TobaccOats' main factor of cost is the cost of labor for the production of tobacco itself. TobaccOats advocates for fair, equal, and consistent pay for the farmers who will be cultivating the crops, and as such, we plan on paying farmers every day well over minimum wage. We plan on paying each farmer roughly 1,897 MK, which will average to around $2.57 USD. As such, with the proposed farming area, we estimate that 400 farmers are needed to carry out TobaccOats' intended production goal, meaning that the total cost of employing farmers will average around $1,028 per day and $375,000 per year, which we plan on paying through a percentage of our total revenue. Next is funding. The process of extracting and converting the tobacco into protein powder includes freezing it with liquid nitrogen, and access to such equipment and labs isn't readily available to TobaccOats as a startup company. Because of that, TobaccOats has contacted the University of Colorado and CSU to request a partnership with the science department in their college to utilize their lab equipment. To further fund our research, we plan on applying to various grants such as the JP Morgan and Chase grant through the Health and Medical Research Area of Focus and openly crowdfunding as well.
TobaccOats plans on transforming the image of the tobacco plant into a sustainable and healthy alternative. TobaccOats plans on accomplishing this by extracting the protein from the tobacco leaf and converting it into a powder-like substance that can act as a protein supplement when added to our oat-based products, such as granola bars and oatmeal. Our product can compete with any other granola bar on the market, with a sleek and simple design that catches the eye and our humble interests as a company.
TobaccOats protein supplement does not have a flavor and is designed to be mixed with other food products that we'd be selling, like oatmeal and granola bars, in turn decreasing the price of our product. Though flavorless, the protein powder is highly nutritious, much more than any alternative out in the competitive market. We can do all of this while staying cheaper than our competitors.
There are many other protein supplements on the market, though our product varies in many ways. TobaccOats products are added to other foods and snacks rather than being sold in its pure powder form, like the majority of other protein supplements on the market today. And while companies such as Kellogg's do make granola bars with added protein, TobaccOats as a company would essentially function as a non-profit organization, directing the majority of its profits made from the products towards equal and sustainable pay for farmers and workers, as well as sending the products themselves to help feed the developing countries producing the tobacco. Our products would be similarly priced and have a similar flavor to any other competing protein supplements, so there's really no point in not buying our product. The natural and dense source of protein, along with a highly nutritious source of fibrous oats that helps combat third world problems, is something that none of our competitors can provide. The label or brand name that we acquire is producing food for a cause, rather than just breakfast. No other companies strives to achieve what TobaccOats will.